All right, to counter punch boxing. Hello, my fellow YouTubers. I'm back. Okay, give me 30 seconds. All right, look, almost died. Okay, I've been a little absent from, I almost said Home Depot. Wow, I've been to Home Depot like 10 times today from YouTube. Okay, what happened? Okay, a couple weeks ago, did a little bit of sparring, and my nose has been broken like 7 times. My nose broke. I had a cut on the bridge of my nose. No big deal. Okay, a week later, sparring again, I got hit in the jaw, and I had a problem with my wisdom tooth, and the wisdom tooth got impacted, got infected. It went into my bloodstream, and I got incredibly ill. Put in the hospital, thought I was going to die. I felt terrible, and that's basically it. So I've been off YouTube for, I mean, I've done a few videos, but you guys, you get the point. So anyway, I'm healthy, happy, everything is good, I'm alive. Some of you probably maybe wish I wasn't, but whatever. These Canelo fans, they're crazy out there. They're crazy, and look, here's the thing. I too am a Canelo fan, okay? I'm not this die-hard Golovkin fan that hates Canelo. I'm a fan of boxing, and they both happen to box, therefore I'm a fan of both, okay? Now, what are we going to talk about today? I have no idea. Well, two things. Number one, there was an interview with Canelo I want to share with you guys. Maybe you heard, maybe you didn't, but I'll give you my opinion on it, okay? Number one, number two, number three, whatever number we're on, I put out a video, okay? Took a little bit of heat from you guys, okay? Golovkin was looking a little chubby. He was looking a little out of shape to me. Now, apparently, there's a little bit of confusion, collusion, what do you call it? Confusion, misinformation, disinformation. The pictures that came out, actually, let me show you. I got a couple of them right here. Hang on. These are the pictures I'm going to show you in a minute of Canelo right here. Gennady Golovkin. I put out these pictures talking about he's looking a little bit flabby, not looking in the greatest of shape. And apparently the pictures are old, okay? People are telling me in the comment section, oh, they're old, man. Oh, what are you doing? You don't know what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. Well, here's the thing. The pictures were taken last year before the original rematch. Okay, now here's what I don't understand. Correct me if I'm wrong. These pictures were taken in March. Okay, the original rematch was going to be Cinco de Mayo weekend in May. Meaning, Gennady Golovkin was going to look like this going into the rematch, because if he looked like this in March, then what was he going to look like in May? Well, we know what he's going to look like in May because he fought Vans, Marty Rosen, excuse me. So we know he looked good. So he went from this to what he looked like on fight night against Marty Rosen. So he cleaned up, shaped up, looked good, trimmed up, that kind of thing. But people are telling me, oh, they're old pictures. Why would you do that? They're old pictures. It's misleading. They're not current. Things like that. Now, the current pictures of Golovkin, he looks better than he looks right here. So there is a little bit of a correction on my part, but my point, it still remains. I mean, at no point, in my mind, at no point in a fighter's career, should you ever let your body look like that, or let yourself go to, where you, you know what I mean, where you're looking like this, okay? Whether it's old picture, new picture, this year, last year, in the winter, the summer, you're on vacation, you're on a frickin' cruise in the damn Bahamas. It doesn't matter. You got a little drink with a little umbrella on the Bahamas. Doesn't matter. You should never look like this as a professional elite boxer. That was my point, regardless if it was a month old or a year old, okay? Point and case. Now, I want to read something real quick because I've never read it. Canelo's tattoo. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Now, this is probably like the whitest American thing you're going to hear probably all day, all year, perhaps, okay? Now, Canelo's tattoo is in English, and I wondered, well, if he got it in Spanish, it'd probably, like, take up his whole back, right? Because, like, whenever the translator is speaking the Spanish, it's like, blah, 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 like 20 minutes. They're like, he said, yeah, it's all right. It's like, wait a minute. So it took the translator, like, 3 minutes to say 10 words in English. So I wonder if he got this tattoo in English because it would have taken up his whole back in Spanish. And I'm not trying to be funny. It's like a legitimate thing. I wonder. But anyway, the tattoo right here. Destiny is not a matter of chance. It's a matter of choice. Okay. Life is hard, but never give up. Keep on fighting and always believe in yourself to achieve your dreams. Okay. That is Canelo Alvarez, his new tattoo. People were asking me, what does it say? Well, here you go. I got you a shot of it right there. Now, this is a fairly current picture of Canelo you know, in the Dr. Evil Austin Power freeze chamber right there. And, you know, which is crazy. I remember Mayweather used to do that crap, and, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of benefits to it, but, I mean, how rich do you have to be to do something like that? But, you know, I don't know. He looks to me like a boxer now. He doesn't look like a roided up, you know, juice head, you know, part-time bodybuilder, part-time boxer. He's looking good, and I want to see Gennady Golovkin get into this kind of shape. You know, so, I mean, you look right here, you know, like I said, he's looking good, looking trim, looking lean, looking mean. Okay, now, in my last video, I said, you know, look, my opinion changed. I have Gennady Golovkin losing by decision. I think Canelo's going to outpoint him, outwork him. He's going to be the busier fighter on fight night, and Golovkin, you know, he's not going to be able to connect because, look, here's the thing. When you think about the fight, right, first of all, the attributes, right? Canelo, he's a better boxer, right? Gennady Golovkin, he might be a smarter boxer. Maybe he's, you know, a pressure fighter, obviously a bigger puncher, which we'll get to Canelo's thoughts on Golovkin's punching power. But on fight night, you got to look at that, and I do believe Canelo is a better boxer. If he can add, you know, speed and agility to that mix without it looking like running, you know, it might be enough to win. Because like I tell everyone that I argue with over the outcome, all Canelo needs to do is make it 12 rounds, and they will give him the decision, okay? It doesn't matter. Unless he gets, like, you know, there's like some 10-8 rounds, and Golovkin can knock him down like twice, you know, and dominate, you know, maybe 2 rounds, 2 knockdowns maybe, and then have a close round, that kind of thing. Okay, they might lean towards Golovkin by around a round. I'm not going to say or 2, by a round. But other than that, I mean, Golovkin needs a knockout or a knockdown, a minimum of a knockdown to win. You know, I'm telling you. Otherwise, the judges they're going to give it to Canelo, okay? And what does he need to do? He needs to not get knocked out, not look like he's running, you know, trade every now and then, you know, stay in the pocket, but, you know, he's going to be incredibly defensive in the pocket. And I think they're going to award him the round, okay? That's why I have Canelo winning, not because I believe, you know, he's the overall dominant fighter, the better fighter. I think he's a better boxer, but overall, I think Golovkin has more attributes than Canelo because Canelo, you know, what does he have? You know, good combination punching. You know, he's flat-footed as hell. You know, crap. I mean, his footwork is terrible. He's got pretty good hand speed, decent power. You know, but when you look at all that, you know, I don't know. It's a recipe that can beat kind of a slower power puncher that relies on power. And Gennady Golovkin relies on his power and pressure to beat you. So it's a very simple formula, you know, that to come up with to beat Golovkin. And I think they're going to do. I just think they're going to pull it off. You know, that is my honest opinion. So, but we'll see, and it might change. You know, because look, I mean, if you recall last year, I changed my prediction like, I don't know, like 9-10 times. I mean, every time I got on YouTube, I had a different opinion. So who knows? I might have Golovkin winning by knockout, you know, on the day of the fight. So, you know, but right now, I just feel like Canelo's going to win, you know, by decision. Now, let me read a couple of things to you. Canelo on what will be the difference in the rematch with Golovkin. He said, I think the first fight showed me what I need to do in the rematch. I have to throw more punches, be more consistent in throwing punches. We're going to work more on physical conditioning, okay? Clenbuterol, we're going to work more on physical conditioning. That's what was missing a little in the first fight. I was in good shape, but I needed a little more to throw punches. So, look, what's Canelo's biggest problem? Now, I just told you, you know, maybe his attributes, but his weakness is stamina. I mean, I've been ringside to what 3 Canelo fights now, and the dude gasses out, and you can't, you know, you can see it on TV, but when you're there in person, like right there, I mean, he's breathing like he's dying over there. He's blood red. I mean, pouring. You know, he always gasses out, and they don't show that on HBO. They show a little 10 little, what, like a 12-second clip in the corner. But when you're just like there staring at him for an hour, you can really see. I mean, he gasses the hell out. You know, so, you know, especially I remember when I was at the Kirkland fight, I mean, I truly thought Kirkland had a chance, like there for a minute before he got caught and knocked, you know, just knocked out cold. But now, it goes on to say his power wasn't, they're talking about his power, okay? On Gennady Golovkin was what he expected him to be in the ring, you know, talking about his power. Canelo says, I knew who he was from the beginning. He's been a middleweight all his career. I always said when I moved to middleweight, I was going to face the best. I assumed he was the best. I faced him, and I felt really good. I felt really good. His power wasn't out of this world, okay? I felt good. I'm a strong fighter, too. The first fight showed me what I need to do in order to win the rematch convincingly, even though I thought I won the first fight. Whatever it takes, I have to do something different in the fight to win convincingly. Okay, so they're talking about, you know, Canelo is telling you what he needs to do in the rematch. I'm telling you, he's going to be the more active fighter. That's what he's going to do. Now, on Golovkin's best punches, because I knew he was a fighter that could take a lot of punches. He can take a lot of punches upstairs. I simply thought to keep fighting my fight. Meaning, he's talking about how Golovkin's got a great chin, and he does. He's got a great chin, so I do believe they're going to work the body. You know, they're going to work the body. Now, what was it like taking a clean shot from Golovkin? Okay, that was the question asked. Now, here's the thing. I don't think Canelo ever felt Golovkin's power like 100%. You know, I think he maybe felt 75, 80% because he was fighting to not get knocked out. So I don't think he truly felt the power. But he says when he hit me, it was a punch that would have knocked out anyone. Okay, now that's a bold statement from Canelo. Okay, when Gennady Golovkin hit me, it was a punch that would have knocked out anyone between the ear and the neck. I didn't feel anything, so it gave me more confidence. Okay, it's what Canelo goes on to say. So he has a strong punch, respectable, but nothing out of this world. And they say, okay, well, what do you think? 1 to 10. Rate Golovkin's power 1 to 10. What do you think, right? I think he's a fighter that has an 8 out of a 10, 9 out of a 10, he's a strong fighter. So he gives him an 8 or a 9, okay? Now, what is out of this world power, right? If you're giving someone a 9, basically, you know, he says an 8 or a 9, what is out of this world? 10? You know, that's the thing. Like, you know, where do you go from 9? You only got one more point. So to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, if 10 is the hardest you've ever been hit, the hardest punch you've ever felt, and you give somebody a 9, well, hey, that's a compliment in my book, you know. And I truly believe Canelo, he's going to have to hold up to Gennady Golovkin's strongest power punch. Okay, and look, I want to see. I can't wait. I'm telling you, I cannot wait. I want to know what happens when Canelo gets caught flush, clean, 100% power. What happens? You know, because we saw what happened when Golovkin got caught, because he got caught a couple of times and he took it well. He shook it off like nothing, right? So, yeah, I want to know. In my mind, I think if Golovkin can catch Canelo 100%, I think he's going down. I think he's going down. He might get back up, but he's going down, okay? That's my honest opinion. So, but look, guys, I'm going to get on this whole YouTube thing. Like I said, man, I truly thought I was going to die for about a week. I was just in very, very bad shape, but I feel good today. You know, a lot of medication, maybe, I don't know, but I'm, you know, I'm back. I'm devoted to the channel, and you know, I appreciate all the views and the support and the likes and the hate, whatever. Bring it, you know. I appreciate it all. So leave your comment below. What do you think?